sticker shock for hundreds of thousands of Minnesotans as the enrollment period for the 2025 health insurance on the state marketplace opens this weekend. Increase in premiums is as high as 30% for some plans. The average increase for 2026 MnSure individual plans is 22%. For 2025 MnSure group plans, the average increase 14%. And we are fortunate enough to have with us the two women who oversee medical insurance for the state of Minnesota, their rate hikes, as well as the state marketplace, where, again, almost 4,000 Minnesotans get their insurance. State Commerce Commissioner Grace Arnold and MnSure CEO Libby Caulum. Thank you so much for both for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's put on the insurance rate increases for the individual market so people can see each company and the insurance increases you can see. It starts, Medica's up 30%. It goes on down 27, 19, 18, 7% for Quartz Health Plan. Why, Commissioner, are we seeing this?
Sure, so it's a great question. Every year there's some variation between plans, and costs of healthcare go up every year. So we see that. This year, what we're seeing is the impact of a lot of barriers to coverage for people. So there are a lot of administrative barriers, but also there are additional tax credits that Libby, you can get on MnSure that are not going to be available.
Okay, so is this what we've been hearing about in the big shutdown fight, the Obamacare tax credits not being extended and Medicaid cuts? Is this why the increases are so big?
Exactly. The expectation for insurers is that fewer people will have coverage. The people who tend to stay in coverage are sicker. That means that there is less cost to spread across, let fewer people to spread the cost across, and premiums go up for everyone.
All right, and Libby Caulum, if we could put that list up again with all the different health plans and the increases, I want to ask Libby Caulum, who's CEO of MnSure, is it possible for people to move from one plan to another? And is the difference because these plans are offering things or guaranteeing a certain doctor are available? I mean, why this big difference?
Well, so what we really want folks to know this year is, well, first I would say prices and plans change every single year. So every year we want people to come and shop and look at all of their options. This year it's more important than ever because of those enhanced tax credits going away. That means some folks are going to lose access to their tax credits. There are some tax credits still available, so we want folks to know that. But you can come to our website, MnSure.org, look at all those options. You can switch plans if you find a better deal for you and your family. You want to look at, what that plan covers, what your financial situation is. There are a lot of things to kind of work through, and we have free experts who can help Minnesotans work through all those options. They can look at your situation and help you.
And you've got a phone bank, I know, because you've had phone banks in the past. I mean, you can call MnSure, you told me, and get a real person to help you. Because this is the kind of stuff where you need a real person.
Yeah, so two things. One, we have a call center. We are open daily during the week. You can call us, get your answers to questions. But the other thing I want to say is we have a network across the state of trained, certified brokers and navigators who can help Minnesotans work through all of their specific questions. You can find that list on our website.
Okay. And Commissioner, you were telling me this is the time where misinformation crops up. So this is really important because people are going to be looking at these increases and freaking out. What do you want to warn people about?
Absolutely. So I've gotten a few emails that say, oh, Obamacare plans, very cheap. That's a red flag if you're getting an email or outreach that are not directing you through MnSure for coverage. What we often find is that people sign up for coverage that's either it's been misrepresented to them, or they just don't understand, and it doesn't cover everything. If you go on MnSure and shop, it'll cover your hospital, doctor, pharmacy. It'll cover all of those.
Yeah, and you have no incentive to misrepresent the numbers. I mean, you're just working for the people, so those are the numbers to trust. So if somebody offers you a plan, says Obamacare for cheap, should you call MnSure and see if they can match it?
If it's not on MnSure, then you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be less coverage. So look through MnSure. There are, if it's not through one of those carriers that you saw before, it's probably less coverage. If you find yourself in the unfortunate situation where you did buy coverage that wasn't what you expected, you can call the Department of Commerce and you can file a complaint, and we'll take a look at that.
With these kinds of increases, there are going to be people who simply can't afford this. And when I think of families and having, multiple children, are you expecting thousands of people to drop insurance altogether?
We are really worried people are going to be put in a position where they have to make really tough choices between, other pressures on their budgets. And so, yes, we are worried folks are going to have to make that really difficult choice. We really want to stress, though, that there is still some financial help available to those who qualify. We really want folks to look at those options because they might find something that still does work for their family.
Okay.
So,
but even so, you're expecting people to...
Unfortunately, we are expecting some folks to have to make that difficult decision to go without health insurance. But again, we really want people to shop and compare.
And, our neighbors across the street at Target headquarters, many of them do not have jobs. It makes you kind of realize that all of us are probably one phone call away from not having a regular job. Do you welcome on the exchange those people who are newly unemployed?
Yeah. So if you've recently lost your job and so then lost your health insurance, come to MnSure and check out your options because you might find something there that is better than like a COBRA option. COBRA can be very expensive. MnSure might have an option that's better for you.
Okay. One of the things, the government shut down, no end in sight right now, but Republicans are saying they would like to have a clean bill passed and then they'll negotiate all of these tax credits and perhaps even the Medicaid cuts, we don't know. Of course, Democrats want that on the front end. If there is an agreement before January 1st, when the MnSure rates first go into place, are you nimble enough to be able to change that to give people those tax credits back if they enact them?
Yeah. So it's a really good question. We at MnSure have been looking at all these possible scenarios. We are putting our plans in place so that if Congress does choose to act and extend those tax credits, we can update our systems, we can get new information out to consumers. If that happens, we're going to do everything within our power to make it happen really quickly, but we will get the information out to consumers really fast.
And I know that the MnSure enrollment period is November 1st through January 15th. But I want to ask you, Commissioner, if these agreements happen in early January, can people be guaranteed that the government will work with them or that the state government will work with them?
Yeah, we're absolutely watching, what will happen. I think as Libby said, just to get the dollar value of the tax credits available to you, they will work as fast as possible. There are a lot of back end things that need to happen with us in the federal government. We'll do those all as quickly as possible. There is a lot at play, and we've heard a lot of rumors about the specifics of how any deal might happen and what that might be. So as soon as we know the specifics, then we can work to implement it. Some are harder to implement than others, and so of course, but I think Minnesotans should know that we are really focused on making sure people have the right information, that we are communicating as timely as we can, and that we're going to try and make sure that as many people can stay in coverage as they can or have the best access to the plan that is best fit for them, even if it's not a great situation.
Well, Commissioner Arnold and Libby Caulum from MnSure, thank you so much. And I hope that this goes a ways to helping people. We're going to put this on our website so people can look at this interview, later as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having us. It's really important.